Hi everybody, welcome to the channel, The Mindful Hairdresser. I'm Ian Davis Emrys, and today I'm going to be sharing with you this collarbone length bob, super trendy for summer 25 with the curtain bangs. Follow along on the tutorial, like, subscribe and comment. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, The Mindful Hairdresser. I'm Ian Davis Emrys, and today I'm going to be sharing with you this collarbone length bob. Why am I going to share that with you today? Well, at the moment it's a super trending haircut. It's fantastic for summer, it's very versatile. You can wave it, you can wear it straight. So there's lots of things you could do with it. And today I'm going to make a bit of a curtain bang with it, which is still big on trend. With shorter haircuts or even longer haircuts, the curtain bang is still trending. So right now, I'm going to go with this collar length bob. It's important it comes to the collarbone. Yeah, the collarbone, this thing that sticks out here, collarbone, right? So this is where we need to cut it to. So I'm going to take you through this step-by-step, very simple, very quick version of a collarbone bob, which is that basically an A-line bob, slightly longer towards the front and slightly shorter at the back. So, as you can see, I've pre-sectioned off everything. It's really simple. I've sectioned the fringe away in this big triangular section, and then I've done this on both sides, from the crown to the back of the ear on this side, the same on the opposite side, and I've left all of the back as one. I'm going to be sectioning this off as I go, and today I'm introducing a long comb because this is going to help me keep control and keep my line absolutely perfect. So let's get to it and let's show you what we're about to do. So I'm just going to take a centre part. I push the head slightly forward, and then I'm going to take a centre part at the back, from top to the bottom, or from the crown to the nape, right down. I'll separate the hair into two. And this is like really way controlled way to do it. On thicker hair, you're going to take finer sections. On finer hair, you can afford to take slightly thicker sections. So this is kind of medium to thick, so I'm going to take quite fine sections, but I'm not going to mess around. I'm just going to get to it really quickly. So my first section, I'm just going to take a diagonal forward. And bring that down, the head's pointing forward. And to get this out of the way, I don't need it. So I'm going to get this hair out of the way. Gently pin it away. Same on the other side, make a mirror image what you've just done. On the opposite side, make sure your section's stay nice and clean. And section that away. And if you notice, I love using these grips. Why do I like using these grips? Well, because they leave very little mark. And if you use the big ones, which are like almost like the crocodile teeth ones, they can really be quite harsh on the hair. So I prefer to use these really gentle silver clips, which are really gentle for the hair. So that's why I use those. So with the head pointing forward, my section down, and start in the middle, and I'm aiming towards the collarbone, so it's going to go slightly shorter to longer at the front. So I'm going to keep it longer than the base, and my comb is going to mirror my section. So if this is diagonal, so is my comb. I'm coming here, I'm going to make my first cut. And I'll mirror that on the opposite side. Make sure I put my length right, put my comb in, comb down, cut it on the comb. Voila, first part done. So a good base, and now I'm going to work from my baseline outwards. Forward diagonal. Bring this down. Look, I can see my baseline through there, so I'm cool with that. Same on the other side. Keeping the sections even and mirroring each other. If I don't cut the hair, I get it out of the way, I don't need it. Take off the tension. Follow my line. And for this haircut, it's really important to stay in the same position where I stand. So I'm standing right at the center at the back, and I'm bringing the hair backwards and towards me. I'm not following it around, like I kept my line there, following it around this way or following it around this way, because that will tend to take the corner off and it'll round off too much. I don't want a rounded corner, I want a straight A-line shape down to make this kind of collarbone length bob, slightly short at the back, longer towards the front. For tension, a great tip is to use the smaller side of the comb rather than the wider side. Because I'm cutting on quite damp hair, I want to use the smaller side because this is going to give me more tension and more control. It's a really good tip actually, how we use our combs. Especially on this, so I'm not using my fingers, I'm cutting with the comb. So that gives me my tension and the tension I need. Again, mirroring my sections. And again, it's so good, the hair is in such good condition, I could freehand it. I could just freehand it through, but I want that element of control, so I'm just going to use the comb to keep consistent tension. Bring the hair towards me, keeping this A-line shape, and making sure I'm standing towards the center at the back. A longer shape without being too long, but something that's still quite on trend. Bring this back to the center. And you can see as it falls forward, I'm going to make it down to that collarbone length. Keep my comb in. Following my line. Back towards me, over the shoulders, and cut to keep that corner on. And now I'm just going to add a tad of the side section. So now I'm joining the two sections together. Then from the crown down in front of the ear, I'm going to add my first part of the section. And I'm using this because I don't want to make a hole here. I want to make sure that I'm already including this hair into the haircut. This is super simple, but it's super simple if you know what you're doing, and it's super simple if you can understand what you need to create. And simple doesn't always mean easy. So there's a difference between the two. So it's a simple technique, but you still have to be in control, you still have to understand and have knowledge of what you're doing. Look, I can see this line, it's telling me where it wants to go. So this is like really cool for me. So again, standing in the center, right at the back, I'm bringing the hair down in my comb, keeping tension. Shake it all in and bring it back towards me, keep this length on. That's perfect. You can really see the shape in just maybe a dozen sections, you can already see the shape, right? So I'm just going to crack on with this. I'll show you this section, I'm going to crack on with it, then I'm going to show you the bangs and how to cut the bangs. But still following my forward diagonal from the crown. And now, actually a great tip before I continue, is with these sections, as I'm including into the front, I'm now going to bring the head up. So the head now comes up straighter to a natural or neutral position. So it's not tilting back, it's up straight. That's perfect. She's right where I want it to be. Here we go. Down to my section, over the ears, over the shoulders, imaginary shoulders, back towards me. Keeping my line on. And just to keep more control, and I bring this back with my fingers. Continue my line forward. And there you go, that classic A-line shape. So that's going to end up right on the collarbone here. So that's a fantastic shape. It's a nice A-line shape, so it's slightly shorter to longer. It's really simple, but not easy. Just follow the sections. I'm using a longer comb to help me out, and that's kind of a bit of a tool. And then use my fingers towards the front to keep it more natural. I am going to put some texture in it as well, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I need to go back onto these bangs, and I put this curtain bang in for you too. So let's bring this around so you can see. This fringe of the bangs. Whoops. Turn that up. Thank you. So I'm going to go with the small comb for this bit because it's a bit more intricate. So I'm just going to go to my trusty Sessibon comb. And I'm going to make this quite a long shape. So let's show you what to do. Centre part. I'll get this out of the way for a second as well. Then I'm going to take a diagonal section, matching the triangle, and pull this down and out, right across. See here? I'm just going to cut down and out. This is like a long, gentle curtain bang. Right across to the opposite side. Three sections. A little bit of elevation. Give me that classic curtain bang shape. All the way across. And this time I'm going to take a little bit to the front here from the other side. And that's going to give me my guide. There you go. There it is. All the way across. Fingers pointing down. Really simple. Another one. All the way across. Pointing down, upwards, done. My final section, bring that in. So here's the finished result of my collarbone length bob with curtain bangs. I think this is a winner for this summer, especially summer 25. It's already trending, it's looking really good, but look at the shape on this. The body in such a simple shape, and it's so beautiful, and it's definitely for those clients who want to make the transition from really long hair into a good length haircut, but still feels long. Just look at how beautiful that is, it's just amazing. There's a few things you could do to soften it even more, which I was going to show you some of the finishing techniques. So things I haven't done yet that I would do if this was a client is I probably would just soften the edges. So just take a section and work around, and I would just soften out the very ends. Just point cut, deep point cut, just to give it a bit more of a bevel. Just give it a bit more thickness and heaviness. just come in there, deep point, using the whole of my scissors going in to break this line up and give you a softer edge. It's a lovely way to finish it, really is. Just taking some of the corners in, softening the corner, just to give me that bit of oomph, a bit of body there. And I can just follow that all the way around. Just follow it around, up towards the centre. Just softening those edges, just to give me that lift and this added bit of texture in the back. With the bangs, I want to get these to sit back a bit more, so I can just come in, whoops, and just come from underneath and gently filter out some of the lengths, just to give me an added softness. That way. That just makes it a bit more floaty and a bit softer. And that is a glorious kind of collar length bob. I think it's right at the collarbone. It's just beautiful, and you got that thickness, that weight, and you can just refine as you see fit. Just taking the hair out, you could just point cut it, just loosen out those edges, and give this really, really beautiful finish. So that's my collarbone length bob with curtain bangs, and I hope you really enjoyed it. I think it's a beautiful haircut. So thanks for watching. If you like it, press like. For any comments, put some comments, and subscribe to the channel and help me to create more content for you. And I'm quite close to 100k, so help me out. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully you've got a lot out of that haircut. So see you again soon.